Hey everybody, this is the Grade Group team again talking to you about Career Seminar number 2, presenting yourself both online and physically. So Sam is going to kick us off here by talking about the girls and some of the do's and don'ts of being in an interview or internship.
Hey guys, so you might be confused about what to wear on your first day of an internship or a job, so we just have a few guidelines that you can follow in this prezi here. So one thing to keep in mind is to make sure that your makeup is conservative and natural looking. You don't want to look too overdone like this picture here. Definitely avoid excessive makeup, extreme nail lace and polishes. You just want to keep everything natural looking. Another thing to keep in mind too is, you don't want to be tripping all over the office when you're at work. Stick to low heels or flats. You definitely don't want to be coming home with blisters on your feet from the long days of work. So definitely stay comfortable. Another thing too is you can never go wrong with a clean, wrinkle-free shirt with a nice cardigan or blazer. So definitely make sure you don't look too sloppy, and you don't have to go out and buy a brand new suit. You can just pull a nice blazer from your closet and match it with other things that you may have. So these are just some key tips to keep in mind, and also make sure you don't have a skirt that's too short or anything that's inappropriate. You want to just stay professional.
Great, and just to go over some of the stuff for guys, and a lot of this might seem obvious, but you'd be surprised by what people come into the office wearing, so just want to answer some of the big questions. As a general rule of thumb, you want to, in an interview, obviously dress formally with a suit and tie, but it doesn't hurt to do that on the first day of work as well. And then from that point on, take note of what coworkers are wearing and try and mimic that. So come in wearing a tie and a nice shirt on the first day, and if people are wearing jeans, then wear that on the second day, or if they're wearing khakis, just kind of try and go with the flow of the office. And in terms of wearing jeans, some companies will do a casual Friday, some don't, or others you can do it any day of the week, and don't assume anything. Just keep an eye on what people are doing and maybe wait a few weeks before you introduce the jeans, just because it's so casual. And then you really want to be sure to be shaven. Don't let it go for too long, especially at first when you just start off. And generally speaking, don't go to any extremes. If you have tattoos or piercings, just cover them up and try not to be too flashy. Just kind of try and keep it simple, and don't stand out too much on your first day depending on the office culture. Also want to talk about online presence and optimizing your social media footprint. A lot of people wonder, what should I be doing online? What should people be able to see about me when they search for me in Google and on Facebook? So just want to put some general tips out there as to what you can do to control that, and we can talk about this on your next weekly call. So if you have any questions, write them down now and we'll go over them. One of the big networks out there obviously is LinkedIn. You should start early with getting your profile optimized by uploading your resume, sharing your photo, getting people to recommend you, and building your network. There's a status bar on the side of your profile that shows you how much percent complete your profile is. So that will guide you through what you can do to optimize it. And then I'm going to go into more detail on LinkedIn in another seminar and talk about some really big specifics, how to find a job and contact people that are out of your network and really leverage this tool for finding a job. But get in there, create your profile, and start thinking about what you want people to see about you, because when people Google your name, LinkedIn is really well indexed and is often the first website that will pop up with your name in it. Another big one is Twitter. Start thinking about the kind of brands you're interested in working for, follow them, engage with them. Anything you post online, you should, the general rule of thumb is that you should feel comfortable with your parents reading it. So don't be too crazy with your postings. Don't go out of control. Just keep them simple, professional. Having to do with your major, different things that you're interested in is a great way to show that you're really forward thinking. Also, by connecting with those brands, you'll see that a lot of them have HR pages, and you can get the inside scoop on jobs and internships as soon as they get posted. Start sending those companies messages, tell them that you're interested, include them in hashtags and direct messages, and get the conversation going so that they know who you are ahead of time. And a lot of times teams are so small that if you tweet with someone a few times and then apply for a job, they're very likely to remember you conversing with them in Twitter. And then, of course, there is Facebook. And there's a lot of schools of thought on what information should be available on Facebook and what shouldn't. At the end of the day, it's totally up to you. If you want to be hidden from search results by changing your name or taking yourself out, that is an option. I, however, prefer to optimize what information is presented about me so that when people do look for me, they get to see a very controlled version of Kevin. So you are looking at my actual Facebook page right now for someone that's not friends with me. And I've made it so that you can't see my photos or my posts, but you can see where I work and the kind of music I'm interested in, the kind of books I read, so that you can carefully show people that you're dynamic, that you're interested in really intellectual things or really classic movies. It says a lot about your personality. So you can see that I'm into marketing and writing Spanish language. That can say a lot about a person. So when a recruiter looks at your Facebook profile, which they often will look you up to see what you look like, give them a little taste of yourself without going overboard and without hiding yourself is my recommendation. But again, it's totally up to you. So the biggest lesson here is just optimize your footprint and your brand across social media. If you go to facebook.com/KevinJCafaro, you'll find my information. Same as it's twitter.com/KevinJCafaro and LinkedIn/KevinJCafaro. So I'm creating a brand about myself that when people Google me and look me up, they're going to find the information that I want them to find and not any old thing. So Google yourself. Look at your account from a not logged in profile, someone that create a second account and don't be friends with yourself, so you can see what strangers see about you. Again, if you have any questions, let's go over them on your call. We'll look forward to talking with you guys this week, and hopefully you guys learned something interesting today. So,
bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.